Plant not looking as strong as it was just seconds ago. Heretics ready to fire their way back through, but Wood has been tagged. And he's the first man right up close, just spotting them actually, baiting out the crosshair. Grabinho, who stepped in for three. Oh, they're gonna wish they didn't take that fight now. Still a chance for Koi, and extended with Benji Fishy down.
It leaves it on to just Rians, and there's no hope for him in that final post-plant moment. And he's even gonna deny the plant.
Oh, that's huge. Yeah, players have to push through this choke point now. Thrash even going to be used to clear the closer corners, get them that bit closer. The step out from Boo, a bit of an overextension, shut down and put to bed. It's Grabinho with another 3K. That's now given them some real life in round number 3. I don't know if Shadow can retrieve a rifle. I think he can. And he has. He's got himself a Guardian. So now they're armed to the teeth and ready for this 1 versus 2. Spike planted in a good spot with the rotation coming in from Grabinho. He'll be up on the belt. They've got a high-low setup for this duel, and Rians is burning time, having to clear so many of these close, ratty angles.
Like he was waiting for the dart. It just about gets online, but it hasn't really helped him. He knows a peak will be coming, spots Grabinho, but still doesn't know where that second player is going to be. And Shadow is just waiting for that stick to come through. Grabinho will close the round with a 4.
The abilities that are going to get you close to that site. And I'm curious to see how Koi actually approached this, especially with the off-bin play. Never mind, good shot by Camo. But Boo does well, his second in the round, and a big conversion. That Blade Storm was causing them problems, but now Shadow down below. The wall bang brings it back to favorable territory. He's got a bail for just a moment, but he's recovered some of his abilities and the spike. They can reset with 20 seconds left.
I'm actually so angry this guy hasn't been using a dot crosshair for years. Why was he using that ugly, chunky monster all of that time? And now he's just hitting headies. Nonetheless, Benji's still standing. Shadow trying to do it all. He's going to have to flick back, and it was a little bit close.
There's a good chance you're getting spammed down as soon as you try it. Shadow's the one with the spike. He has 8 HP. It's only a tap, but it's ambitious, and they haven't checked the top! What is that? He's still alive! Drawing breath for longer than he should have. A chance for Koi on the back of that. 3 versus 3, but the kills start to come in. The spike being tapped again. The spam's too strong. The solo ground covered by it, but a chance for shaydos. He's out of time. He needs the kill, and Benji's just hiding away, winning it out with the clock again past him, and he's going to want to forget about that.
Yeah, you know that one's going in the replay. I see you, EVS team. Already. Rians at least brings the advantage back a little bit of post-plant from this position. Oh yeah, they're going to try and deny. Actually, he's tagged Camo. If he can get this hit, it would be nice, because again, there's still a man down. KO ult available. Also got the Thrash. Like, this post-plant's going to be tough.
The drones use him from so far back as well. You're really not getting a lot of information, but it's a good thing. Null command comes out from Starzone. No more abilities for Team Heretics. In goes Thrash. It's caught. That's it. Done and dusted in the ground. Our Team Heretics, shaydos.
Didn't land where it needed to, so they're not going to destroy it. Luckily, it doesn't seem to matter. Miniboo's already won that initial fight. They have a lockdown of their own available, which will force these players back or force them forward. Shadow's going to go for the fight with the operator. Now, there should be a res unless someone's going to try and stick around. And in fact, 2 players are currently trying to stick around. They're almost guaranteed to get detained. This is an interesting strategy, because now they can walk back into this site. The first one's free. Starzo had no chance. The second one's free as well. This is one of the weirdest rounds I've seen in a long, long time. I assumed there was some sort of plan here, but they're now just all being picked apart. It's down to shaydos in a 1 versus 4. I am perplexed as to what the plan was there. Which seems to be goal. Miniboo's just been picked off from above. That's a huge kill to get them at least a little bit more space. And in the meantime, Camo's going to try and go walkabouts. Boo just almost swings on him, takes that fight. shaydos might be feeling a little bit nervous. Rian turning the tide once again puts that advantage further in the Heretics' control. Starzone now needs to connect a couple of shots. It's not going great. 360.
Style points.
Maybe he's playing the controller version. There used to be a 360 button you could click that would make you do like a little spin. Yeah. I don't know if they have that in Valorant. I haven't played that version yet.
I don't think so.
It needs to be added in. There you go.
I haven't downloaded it. I did hear that...
console devs, you need a 360 button.
Nice shot by Wood again. Yeah, I heard that Marcus, one of the streamers in here today, I heard that he played the console beta. Played a tournament, actually.
The players within the site. Camo leading the charge. Again, so good for those entries. Another comes up for Grabinho. And as you can see, that Thrash has been rehashed And at the back of the site, there is a player completely detained, but they haven't actually been able to deal with him. Riens will live to fight another day, and that might be something they regret. 2 quick kills. Camo needs to hit the shot, and he does, but the trade is immediate. And now Starzo, post-plant, does have himself a molly, but for now needs to take the fight. And well, they detain Riens.
Here's his chance. Reveal. Riens has gone up and in, and although it's not needed, Woot's already down. Traded out in the 1-for-1 fight, but that's enough. When you're 4 versus 3, when you've got a Hunter's Fury locked and loaded, can deny the plant, can get you back in, can cause a lot of problems, pushing the A side up against it as well. They are just waiting on the side of Heretics, allowing them in, and I think in just a moment, I'm curious to see, will we get the Hunter's Fury off tap? We will, yeah.
Well, unfortunate for little bro. He's not going to live to tell the tale, and even a tag onto Camo, which more importantly reveals his position. Having that little corner can be something that isn't cleared. Shock dart not far away. He's left on just 45 HP, but he will still be standing. Shadow going to go aggressive. And again, these trades from Heretics are always so quick. They don't allow for anyone to really get away with anything up until Shados. Now it's left on to Boo, and he won't land the shot either.
Crappy fights, Boo's there. In fact, they're all grouping up. They're getting ready to take this one as a team. Nade primed and ready, but caught with it in hand. That's 3 kills for the side of Koi, and they're right back into the retake.
Oh, Benji. He's up close, he's dead. There's no way you get out of that one alive, and he's even going to shoot the low bro. He's not going to get it. The fuse will come through, but I don't think it mattered too much in the end. Of Shados look to move towards that side of the map. Starzo not connecting, but Shadow's done well. Tagged desperately, though. And, well, not going to get out of there. A 2 versus 4 retake, definitely going to be tough, but as a bonus, they might just give it a go.
Yeah, I think you still roll the dice on this, especially someone's got to be calling that they've tagged Woot pretty low. I think the re-aggression from Camo up towards Nest was, it's a little bit much that late in the round to not have any information to throw through first, but it's an attempt at a stealthy play that hasn't quite worked out. These players tucked in, just waiting for the tap to come through. And from that point, there's going to be a lot of targets coming into your vision. Good luck to you, Grabinho. He's had a couple of 3Ks so far, but this time it's denied after 2.
They're going to have themselves the mollies to try and slow that down as much as possible, and this is where Thrash will go in.
Now with 2 players down below, that's a big danger. Already caught 1, but there's plenty here to provide support. It's awkward. And it ends up with Koi having a big advantage to work around. No spike plant even still. It's dropped way in the open, and Benji's got to go swinging into it, just like Boo did. Doesn't look like he'll fall just yet. These players tucked in, ready to swing on the contact, on the push forward. They might even give him a bit of space. 50 seconds left. He could run back if he wanted to. Instead, looking for the fights. And there it is, offered up on a golden plate, but taken back just as Flash. Starzo swing, and players from further back and getting involved in the action, but the fights are still going to Heretics' second flash, and the swing canceled before it even starts. Gorgeous stuff from Benji from far back. 4 versus 2, and now the world is Heretics' oyster. They can go wherever they want, group up, take the spike, and blast in. And even just pumping the brakes serves its purpose. Koi start to second guess if the hit's really coming in on B. For now, though, they're sitting tight.
Seems like Grabinho is going to push up. Riens is waiting. Wait, what? That's a nasty shot. Mini Boo low, both players in the right place at the right time. There is an opportunity still to go back, but instead they're going to look to fight forward. The man they're up against, though, is a man they have to be careful of. Shados in a 1 versus 3 scenario. Spike not yet planted. Don't really have a lot to clear him out. The knife, utilize a snake bite, could force him back, but they're almost just waiting. He's going to try and use this timing. The wall's gone down. Spots both players, and the first shot is immediate, but thankfully, Shados not able to land that shot. In the passive positions, though, he does get one eventually. Riens with a trade again, but it is Koi coming out on top here. That time is ticking, though, and a lot of low HP players. It has to be the swing, and in the end,
there's nowhere to go. You see Grabinho, he realizes he's stuck, has to take the fight, and he will not stand for the late round. The plant instead coming through. Viper's Pit online, available. And I think going to be utilized from on top of the boxes. We see this quite a lot. There it is. That's a huge defensive tool for Heretics now as they look to lock down this spike for the late round.
And they also left Benji aggressive. This spot has caught out Shadow. Some of that retake utility is now gone, and for the side of Koi, I think they've actually decided just to hold on to their economy. I don't mind it. You've got multiple chances to get this one over the line. You've got an operator. Do you really want to try and risk it through a Viper's pit with a man disadvantage? No. So they're going to play this one safe.
Still turret contact around mid. No opportunity to go for the flank. Koi instead to bolster down the site defense, and caught reloading. It's not the way to start. And Shadow down and out of the round. Starzo, Shaydos close by, Grabinho on the other side of the map. Someone needs to step it up. Best chances are when they're making their way through that choke point, but the shots don't land. Big problems brewing. And the CTs, the defenders, they're out of here. They'll see this through to the next round with 3 rifles.
Another tag hit.
Nice opening. Camo's on to Boo from up top. Shadow traded out of Lee's. Benji staying around for the fight. I mean, now we go back to the post plant. These players tucked in, not wanting to take fights, but Wu has no other choice. He's pushed out by utility. The snake bite brings him to the open. Denial of the defuse, and now they took away. On time alone, they should have it, and that shock dart might even confirm it. It does. On the money for Rians.
Peak looking like it could go through from Grabinho. Timing is perfect. Flash is even better. Leaves 2 completely blind, maybe even more. But more importantly, he's got 2 on the deck. Already though, Shadow's going to start running back. In fact, the rotation is almost completely there. It seems like Starzo just wanted to make sure there was an alert coming through mid, and now Grabinho's back in his trusty spot again.
Well, they still have the lockdown, still have nades, still have a snake bite. They can delay this plant by quite a bit.
30 seconds left.
Allow those rotations to come in from the rest of the squad. I was thinking Starzo lobs his nade, but he's already on walkabouts. They still... I mean, yeah, they have nothing to protect their back, but I guess it's more time-based. You want to be grouped up. Starzo makes the call to move back to site just at the right time. Shaydos and Grabinho finding the fights. Here it is. They might have been broken-hearted before, but they'll avoid that recent heartbreak at least. 12-11, and just Woot to deal with it. It is a big task, I'll give you that. But a few big shots needed, and the Bladestorm won't find anything. A second lease of life, and finally connected. It might have been a cruel summer, but Koi can do it with a broken heart. They've taken a map off Heretics. One more for the series. Chances to do so. Moving out of Bath. Well, it's not gone well to start this off. Star Duelist down and out and trapped in the corner. Flashed up. Shadow didn't last long either. Grabinho falling back, picking them off as he does. He's making it doable. Already taken 3. He's on 100 HP still with Woot low, and he's got him as well. That's 4 kills for Grabinho. And Boo left to clutch this out. Last map, there was a pistol for Heretics, 5v3, it felt good, and it fell apart. Now, this is a little bit more ridiculous, all at the hands of one man. It could be an ace to kick off the map. It looks like it will be! Grabinho! Oh, straight into the site. Rien's doing well, that's 2 for him. Activated and shutting down the aggression, dropping Spike in the open. A bonus round that had a lot of good facets to it for Koi, but Grabinho stripped of shields and down to half HP, and he's got one through the wall. He's taken down Rien's. There is a chance, and with the shots this man has been hitting, I don't want to count them out just yet, but the real problem is getting to that Spike. They don't have anything really to help them get out. Grabinho's out of smokes. Shaydos doesn't have any util past the wall that's on the other side of the map. I don't know how they're going to approach this.
Even just the time starting to tick down as well. It basically comes down to mistakes. Over peaks, risks taken, and well, you can see the spots that Heretics are in. The second any contact is made, first kill, immediate swing, and it all just becomes far too easy.
Coming in from long, it's a nasty fight that Benji comes out ahead in, and everyone else is trapped behind this wall, trapped behind the utility. Orbital Strike was used as well to slow this play, and well, Koi, they're not able to do so. Heretics, again, have full control, again, have Spike dropped through the choke point, and the wall even to protect it.
It's the same. It's basically the same as last round. Yeah, the Orbital Strike was used to kill off anybody sat in the middle of the site, in the tube, but there was nobody there. So they're just able to move out the way. Everybody fell back, and then Benji managed to hold the ground and kill off Camo. So it's made things pretty awkward. This is going to have to be one hell of a disappearing act. And hey, he's got the movement to boot, although he's going to try and go back. At this point, there's not really any wrong answers to the question of how do we win this round, because the answer is you don't.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's more so there's every answer is equally as incorrect, because you're not getting this one across the line. With 20 seconds left, I think they know that. Unlikely to with the Viper's Pit on the other side. Ult activated, flash through. Dizzy's good, but it hasn't caught Miniboo in time. Woot resets after the blind for a double, and Boo's there to back up the backside. And Andaluthia flawless. Not getting a whole lot done. Brienne's back into the teleporter. Get a little safe haven. 20 HP on Camo as he blasts his way through to the site to meet with this push coming out of back. Shadow's caught. He's the first to fall. The wrap around, spotted and taken down. It's a gorgeous round. In fact,
normally there's a, yeah.
That's perfect. I'm so sorry. There's a round happening. There's a round happening. Oh, wow, just the happiness and then the immediate frustration at the nade. I'm saving that one as a notification. All right. Well, Koi have done very well. They do have pistols. I've really been thrown off my game there. My goodness. They've got themselves the site control, ability to plant now, and, well, the showstopper stalled out by a flash, but it's going to have an opportunity, and it connects a little bit too well, in fact. A lot of damage done. Boo steps up to take down one, but he's on 2 HP. Benji Fishy's close.
Lineups going in, even though Shados knows that there's a player there. I guess he's got Grabinho to defend him, and now Boo looking for a 2 HP clutch.
Oh, no.
Never mind. That's
Don't
why
replay what he
was
said.
So ready for the lineup. So ready. Side of the map, because, well, you're not in showers. You're not going to risk it. You've gone back the other way.
These B hits haven't worked at the best of times. Camo gets one and falls. We've seen this story before. And look, it's Benji holding down that side control. Now, if you're a Koi fan, you definitely don't like the ending to this one, unless Grabinho's got another big play with 10 seconds to plant the spike. It was never to be. Okay, he gets his gun out. And if he walked up with smoke in hand, that could have been awkward. And they've caught a player pushing. You know, they might think that that's the most aggressive that they've gotten so far. It's a big opportunity. Although Miniboo was spotted, that's a disaster. Oh, the element of surprise gone. The nade up close, just going to send them back. And I thought the wall would cover the retreat, but not quite this time.
Viper's been used, but Miniboo's caught a timing on Shadow as well. This is looking messy. Koi could have fallen to just some good positioning, but in the end, I feel like they've fallen more so to their own mistakes. Starzo is the one taking contact. They want to try and hold on to that pin. He's going to try and run through. Forced out position, but it's left to Shados. The man you'd want in these sort of circumstances. First kill comes easy, and the second just the same.
Look at his orb, his snake bite. There's no following up. I mean, at this point, you might as well, Thrash gets broken. It's probably better for them. Ult used, and that has caught the pinch completely. TP'd up players, dealt with, and Benji caught on his own. That is about as good of an opening as you can possibly imagine for Koi. And a 5v2 now. There have to be a number of mistakes for this to go the other way.
Boo's gonna walk into the firing squad. A great round from Koi. Patient, waiting for players to rotate. And while Woot is going to have to pull off a hero play once again, but they're sticking together. They're making sure that there's no easy fight for him to take, and even the first one won't go his way. Each of these competitive, well, I don't think Heretics expected to run into 5 players sitting by the fountain.
It's an unusual early round strategy, that has to be said, and if you're running some sort of a sentinel for control, if you had a Cypher here, maybe it makes sense because your back's covered, but a big gamble from that attacking side and a big reward found as a result. Now, well, we see that patience that you talked about, Tom. They are just pumping the brakes. Last time they did this was last round, and the player came up into hookah and walked right into them. So they hope that the same thing will happen this time.
Yeah, you can see Benji's now waiting in case there's a TP. The other 2 players can commit more directly in towards the site. Whoops. Gonna be the one under pressure. Okay, he's just been spammed through smoke. And now it is up to Benji. As said, he was waiting on this side of the map, waiting for somebody to come in for the play. First kill goes his way. He'll be able to deny the plant. That buys at least a little bit of extra time, but anything else is gonna be difficult. Another one comes up, goes for a little more. He does bring Starzo low. And now Boo, if he could catch a timing, he could at least turn this into a 1v2 scenario. The player coming in from behind, though, could be a bigger issue while not connecting those first shots. Look at this. He's stuck in a triangle.
And he doesn't know about one of them. That's the problem, right? The other 2 you guess, but Grabinho, that is a blind side if ever I've seen one.
There's no
Luckily
way.
Avoids him on the pathing. It's at least a good start. Smoke's already gone, no smoking and defusing. There's a nade still to work with as well. I mean, I don't know how he gets out of this one. Definitely not going to save, considering it's the last round, but he has to find these players, and they are nowhere to be found. The patience of Koi on full display. Nade to deny, not even needed. Rubinho lands his third headshot of the round, and that...
They're going to try and hold on to this shower spot. Definitely not going to be easy, and while that's not the start they were looking for.
Even trades, though. It's the planter now that has the advantage. Time ticking away, lots of positions covered by them, and they're even taking a bit more control. Boo and Mini Boo, the brothers moving down to take everything around middle. Spot for those flanks coming through. And Mini Boo's contact is crucial here. He finds the first, not the shots. Oh, but the information comes at the cost of both lives. Now Rienz and Benji Fishy, the ones that have to try to recover. Play up in heaven by Starzo, looks dangerous. Benji Fishy exposed to it. The shots are all landing, and now they know where Starzo is. This is so quickly turned on its head. It's all up to Benji. Flash on the right, pick up of the weapon. Starzo hunting him. 3 shots left. He needs to go for the reload, and the time already too far gone. Team Heretics have done it again.
Well, it would have been very beneficial to have that now.
Again, sometimes you get that a little bit too greedy, send it in too far. I like that. Whoop bypasses the utility that was searching for him, and it might come back to get him in the end, but damage is done. The pick has been found. The spray here from Rienz, it is wild, it is blind, and not finding a whole lot. Halfway defused already. Molly denies any further from the wingman. Mini Boo up top manages the kills, and it's enough.
In fact, they've already taken full showers control. It looks like they're going to fight forward on the other side, and the timing couldn't be worse. There's at least going to be 1 kill coming up for shaydos, though. His position holds value, but they're trying to force him out. He either is going to get pinched from one side or the other. Anything here would be nice, but actually he's worked as a distraction. The rest of the team have taken the site, and they now have an advantage.
Oh, that's awkward as well. Rien's not hitting the shots, at least already. Having the molly land disables that defuse. Gotten it half, though. The pressure now on time-wise, and only 1 man standing with low HP. Boo couldn't get it done this time. It's Grabinho again for a big play. 3 kills on the board. Starzo out, but it was still a choice, left or right. He went right. I like what Rienz is doing, though. Staying up close. Yeah, the reveal, but he's already back. Oh, he's in danger. And they have to give up the control. Okay, so these players break through the pit, but getting onto the spike will be difficult. Benji Fishy in the corner. He has to survive. Has to run this deep into the round. Oh. Good damage. And these players are being decayed. The classic comes out. Right clicks will be enough. They're trying to take him, but he's gone! Benji Fishy digs out of him. I mean, it's a tough act to follow. Benji's even picking up a kill on the other side. That sends them out! Outside the pit. Now, they didn't have information. They went for it. They rolled the dice. They gambled. Maybe flash next time. But they gambled, and it didn't work out. Well, kind of. They trade out, but the pit being on A, players stacked on that side of the map, and the numbers advantage for Team Heretics. Map is the same size. You got less players to defend it. And that means Grabinho is falling back. Was falling back. Now he's going out. He's a little curious.
Yeah, he's been their best player. If he can get a kill and fall back, that would be nice, but there's a bombardment of utility coming his way, and he's just going to try and slow them down as much as possible. Nice Molotov should deny, and it will, so it buys an extra few seconds, but the rest of the team is still very slow to make their move. Maybe still a little bit doubtful that they are going to be fully committing into this B site. The second time the spike is planted will be the giveaway. And now, well, shaydos is only just making his way onto the scene.
Starzo 2 from up top, but it's shaydos who has the impact. Evening the numbers, not the HP though. Starzo has his own ultimate to work with, but doesn't need it. Nice off angle, great kill. Nade through as well, could force Rienz forward. In fact, Grabinho was first into the fight, and with shaydos around the side, Mini Boo's on the other side of the map. He's gone TPing behind them. He's caught Shadow. He's even burned up the showstopper, and now Camo's completely surrounded. This lurk from Mini Boo is absolutely gorgeous. It might only amount to 1 kill, but the play here for Heretics, they cast the net, and it has caught its prey. Now they've got to step in. Koi right into the hands of this Heretic side, waiting for some of these plays. In fact, they've just given up lamps at just the wrong moment. Look at the space filled in by Grabinho. He's been impressive, but he won't be this round. And that spray, so close, but those last few bullets went awry. Now it's too late. Too many players to eliminate on that attacking side. Too little time to do it. They'll send this out to try to save, but shaydos is about to encounter heavy resistance. They're hunting him down, not letting him carry that weapon through to the neck. I'd love to see Grabinho rocking a rifle after the performance he's had, but well, he's the backup and he's the first to fall. 27 HP left on Woot. He goes out for more. Okay, shaydos equalizes things at least, but here's the problem. Heretics, you gotta deal with Boo and Rianz. They have two big ultimates online, this man in particular. If he's allowed to survive the orbital strike and come into play, but he doesn't know there's another player. It's an easy kill for Shadow and followed up onto with Mini Boo. Only Rianz. Trash doesn't find what it needs, and Rianz doesn't either. 12-9, the perfect weapon for it. This could be a disaster, but luckily he's not looking the right way. Trying to hide the gun. They still saw him in time. A little closer than he was expecting them to be, but that is understandable.
If he was looking the right way, they lose their whole team. It's a 50-50, which when you have a better buy is definitely a gamble, but it's worked out for them this time. Post-plant. Still looking possible. Woot wanting to try and take the fight, but obviously an outlaw, you kind of want to be holding the angles more so than peeking into them. He's going to send Benji in first. Now they're all coming in from the same position. Looking to just play this one as a unit, which could work out for them, but could give opportunities for a couple of these kills to be traded out. The problem is they've lost pretty much all of the ground. A couple of low players. Woot still having to play these closer angles. Actually, orbital strike going to be committed. It will slow them down at least a little bit, but still in a good spot for this retake. Throwing in all of that utility just to try and delay them a little bit more. Benji's come up with a couple. It gets dangerous, and now Woot left in the clutch to try and turn it around. He might just have done enough. I think the time's already too far gone. He has the classic to close it, but it doesn't even matter. There's just no time for shaydos, and the back and forth carries out the game. Heretics are going to win with a Red Bull clutch on bind. And there's a third map coming. Benji under pressure, but he's got the full support of his squad coming in already. Nice start for shaydos, but they've kind of been shut out. A lot of players stuck behind the cage. The one who isn't is Camo, though. He's done well, giving them an advantage. But Mini Boo into the 1 versus 2. Still an opportunity for him here. Spike not yet planted, and shaydos desperately low.
A few connected bullets could change the course of this already. The first onto Grabinho, tagged down lower. The rotations, how beneficial will they really be? Someone like Mini Boo can rotate as soon as he suspects this to be an A play, maybe even get there before you. This is the problem for Koi. Instead, they take another avenue, straight through to B, grab the right side plant. By now, he shouldn't be around on A con. No, not the right side plant. In fact, a full rotation around. Luckily for them, Mini Boo hasn't moved, so you might even get that 2 versus 1 post plant. Players tucked in tight corners, and a great opportunity presenting itself for Koi to take advantage of their low HP by catching Mini Boo off guard.
The big thing was that he wasn't able to capitalize while somebody was planting. That was the best way for him to isolate.
Out of charges.
Now, well, he can try and slide through the smoke, but look how passive the remaining players are. They're sat all the way back. They can't afford to give him a fight, so they're just going to try and play off that long control. And the thing is, it's such an awkward position. I think they've also put the cam on the spike as well. So the second he taps it, the cam's just going to ping him up. They'll know exactly where he is already, managing to get it to half, though. Buys a little bit of extra time. He's just trying to ignore the cam and almost try and bait them into that fight. Finally, the camera is gone, but he hasn't taken the pin out anyway. It doesn't make that much of a difference. In the end, Grabinho's there to trade out that kill. Anybody actually clears this fully, and it doesn't look like they're going to.
No, that's a huge late round play for Shadow. All the teammates on site need to do is slow down this push. shaydos does well to find the first utility to pull them out into the open on long, but Camo's still to be rooted from the site. He's a menace right now, and that's allowing Shadow to come through. Only good for the 1. This has come very close in the end, the reveal. Oh, what a shot by Rianz. Still a chance. The side of Koi, they have to spam through the smokes, and Rianz is just body blocking it, guarding it, and well, he might go down, but it looks like the spike's already diffused right under their nose. Heretics have found it. That's 2-1. Wrap around to the other side. A big battle about to go down. Camo's pushing in. The first player very low. The second, oh, he's not expecting it. The timing works out eventually.
Yeah, they have to play a bit more passive. Rolling Thunder gonna make things tougher. Forcing them back already. Aftershock buys a bit of time. Mini Boo comes flying, but there's still another player to deal with. They're trying to get players to peek, but that one-way's making it awkward, and Grabinho knows it. For Rianz, at this time, it's just going to have to be the save. An immediate response from Koi. A fast take of that B site.
A stun has kept them back as well. Mini Boo stun again. 10 seconds. Flash goes through. It's behind most of the players. They know Mini Boo's here, but dealing with them is a different story. 3 kills, and the round is put to bed by Mini Boo. They didn't have much to work with in this round, but by God, they didn't need it.
My something. Nonetheless, Camo up close. Blade Storm, he's already vulnerable, but he doesn't care. First shot connected. And actually looks to go a little bit further. Gonna try and stick into the corner. They don't have a paranoia to play with, but already leading the charge will be Minibu. Again, left vulnerable. Just gonna have to try and retreat on this one. There isn't a flank coming through, all from the same angle. showdown does well. In fact, that's another, and just a quick cleanup.
Oh, he is in trouble. Backside under heavy pressure. Here come the reinforcements, although they fall immediately. Rienz is down. Benji, well, in a little bit of trouble here will be Woot, actually, who's pulled into the ultimate and hitting the shot. Gorgeous stuff. His ult used well to catch Starzo off, remove breach utility, remove a lot of what they want to pack a punch on that second part of the execute to C. But Koi have managed to slip away, grab themselves a plant on B, question mark? I mean, we've seen the rotations to A. Post plants have been strong there, but they don't have the information that it's clear.
Yeah, they use the Hunter's Fury just to bring this round back a little bit, but it doesn't mean they don't have it for the post plant. Grabinho's one way is something that they definitely have to be wary of, but it's 10 seconds before he'll get another smoke, so that will fade. In the meantime, though, Heretics are using this time. They're trying to clear out those backlines positions, and especially for Shadow, that's going to make things pretty rough. It's going to be left onto Grabinho. 1 versus 3. He's expecting a player, but obviously had to look away, heard the steps coming into the site, and
they're leaving the site, leaving Boo to do everything. He spotted them, a bit of a jump scare. He didn't think they were that close already. The shield's activated and straight through, but Camo deals with 2! Gorgeous work! And now Heretics are locked out. 5 versus 2, retake on A. I don't know how they're going to approach this.
Even delaying a little bit to make sure those ultimate orbs can come online. And again, it seems like almost just a blip on the radar. You wouldn't look at this match and think, if this is your first time seeing Valorant or first time seeing these teams, that Heretics were the lights out heavy favorite going into this matchup, but
yeah, Heretics have 3 players towards Akon. The blind is good, used up by the attacker, used up by Grabinho to keep them back on B. The problem is with 15 seconds left, that Spike better hightail it into the B site for a plant, and there's 3 players stood by and ready. Flash is going to be used to get him across, and straight into the corner for the plant. Looks like he's just about got it on timing. Starzo wants to create an opportunity. He's staying close, but he misses the shots. Oh, it's a disaster. That was a big opportunity. Even still, they've spotted Rienz. They know he's on the back of this site. The Flash hasn't caught them either. I mean, the teammates are going to need to flood in, and Woot has done that. Minibu, even quicker on the scene. That's 3 kills for him. He has single-handedly slowed and stopped the push with Shados on half, and bullets whizzing past his head. There's a minute on the clock, but a 1 versus 4 needed to have any hope.
There's not really anywhere to go either. He can try and go back.
Able to make it that close undetected, but Minibu. Nice corner. Oh, we're back and forth. It's hard to track, but it is for Koi as well. There's fights across the map, and they've lost A control. Now looking only to move to C, which is left wide open, but a 4 versus 3. Good position for Heretics, realistically, especially with Koi having nothing to watch their back.
A single kill for Benji would reveal the rest, but you've also got the overdrive available. Camo's actually going to try and make a move now, but they're watching for it. They're ready for it, and the knives are not connected. He doesn't have a gun as backup. It's a classic on 5 HP. If he gets a kill from here, I'd be impressed. The Rolling Thunder is going to be the main difference maker. Can they set this up? Rolling Thunder there immediately, and it is going to push the forward already, though. The paranoia for counter is enough. Dodging the utility. Boo holding the line, and even still, only 2 players now to try and hold on. Nice shot, at least from Starzo. That's going to give them something, a chance. And Shadow up above is a bit of a peculiar spot, if anything. He's found another. They don't expect him above, and Starzo's actually doing it all, running into the smoke. They're going to take this round away. Piece of utility. Shadow. Yeah. Oh, he actually wins. What? He got away with 2 while being flashed up. They even used a paranoia to kill him off. Well, you talked about having an early deficit. I'm sorry, Mitch, it's not happened.
Yeah, well, that means Koi are going to lose the round from what I've seen, Tom. They needed a 2-man disadvantage right now. But in all seriousness, great work. I think Woot didn't activate the shield going around the corner. They thought the flash would be enough, and to be honest, the flash should have been enough. Pretty unbelievable performance.
Well, there at least should have been a trade, right?
For sure.
Him getting away with two
He was
is
blind.
impressive. A lot of utility almost wasted. But now it comes down to those clutch scenarios. As I said, we've seen most of these seemingly go in the other direction. Rian set up with a stun. Benji down below. The count stun's perfect though. shaydos clinical. Make sure this doesn't go too far out of control. Rian's though has other ideas. He's gonna go down and one, not this time. Split two. At the very end. It'll be the first time they've lost after a fairly, I guess, mid-first split.
Yeah.
They have looked unstoppable ever since. Oh, Miniboo's still going strong. That is so risky from Grabinho. Wanted to try and capitalize, ends up handing a gun over. It's worked out for Woot as well. This time the shield works for him. Now we're looking at Camo and Shadow. They might not have let the last round slip, but they've got to try and stop this one from slipping away as well.
Like the reveal, it's good, but two players up close. Dealing with them is going to be a different story. Cloudburst to try to give a little extra cover, but it's just not enough. It opens the door for Benji's lurk. Now he has given it up, but it's in the back of Koi's mind. They'll be a little quicker going through for this play and already lost one up top. The rotation through from Benji. Fishy going to take a moment, but they have all their bases covered on the site itself, and Koi are already starting to back away. Doesn't look like they want to get involved anymore. And especially with a post-plant rolling thunder from Rien's, this just doesn't seem like a round that's worth laying down these weapons, laying down the shields that you have too.
Definitely risky, but it's done a lot. Rolling Thunder available, but I think he's waiting for his teammates to fall back a little bit. Instead, they're going forward. Woot's got one. He's already going to take another into the fray to look to battle, and Rians wins another fight, but Woot loses his in the ult. It leaves this all on Taboo. Spamming from afar, needs to land some of these shots he's not going to. Good retake. Oh, there's so much utility being put in to try and kill Boo, and that's exactly what they've done. The rest of the team, however, have gone forward. Whoa. Again, it's another scenario where Woot has the shield, but it just achieves nothing. They're so ready just going for that second headshot. Already, a 3 versus 5, a kill needed, but there are a few tagged up players that could cause issues for Koi.
Grabinho, he threw out the paranoia from Garage, and now is looking to late lurk around. There is a cam. I think it spotted him. Yeah, he's got to run away. Heretics have full control over site now. Good knowledge of where at least one of these players is, and they're moving out to clear the angles. You can see Miniboo waiting for the Garage walkout, and a late wrap back around. Rien's, well, he's waiting for the very same thing. Looks like we're about to see Grabinho walk straight into him. Free kill, stun in, spams. They're close, and he's even spotted the player now. No way to continue that defuse, but it's gotten to half. A chance perhaps for Koi. The body block. Oh, the shot from Rien's is perfect. Get them down on A long, while the shield of his own is used for nothing. Tanking another shot from Camo that's followed up on quickly, but the trade is there, and the follow through is massive. Miniboo, you know what, I said I was waiting to see someone with the Neon Odin, and he might not have given me a great debut of it, but
The Nodin.
I don't like that. But he's at least tried it, and you got to give him props for that. Grabinho, 49 HP, but the TP, he's caught Boo off. Boo wasn't looking. He had utility out a moment ago, but the timing is perfect. And now shaydos in a familiar situation. I feel like this guy has played too many rounds in this spot. Up against insurmountable odds, it's time to save the weapon through to the next and put Team Heretics on 11. TP into heaven and then cancel, causing some chaos in the lines of Koi. Starzo, though, still tucked in on the back of the site, and he doesn't think there's another close. A big mistake. Camel can't go for the dash through. And surely this is just defensive for once the cage goes down, but the flash is good and the dash was gone. shaydos, again, you know what? He's used to this. He's been here before. Time to save a weapon because he's against insurmountable odds. He's at least caught one, but now they know where he is.
It seems like he's been out of the action every single time. He has his setup on one side and they go the other direction. Benji wants to take this gun out of his hands. Well, Benji has 8,000 credits. So if anything, he has absolutely nothing to lose other than maybe a little bit of pride. And while Woot, he doesn't retake. Ultimate available as well for Woot. And while the Odin gets absolutely nothing,
no, it
as
did damage.
expected.
It did damage.
Already. The 1v1's going to be everything. And in fact, it's now just on to Benji. Rolling Thunder will take him down. And there's been a lot of rough rounds for them that have slipped away. Again, they've started off with a kill on Taboo. Rafinha wants to get this spot on. He's waiting for the
Stunned too.
contact. And it is a very good paranoia. Tries to commit. Rians, again, somehow manages to make this one competitive. And Benji left, tagged up. Hunter's Fury online. For him to win this would be incredibly impressive. He's just going to try and full sprint, gain himself the spike, and that is what he's done. But the remaining players, they're just looking to try and play this one together, and he has no idea. But both of them actually might now.
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is they both popped their neural theft, so they had the information. Close recon, clearing it out, but he was on the angle. Benji Fishy a chance to close this lengthy series out here, and now, and he's got it done! 13 to 10.